I recently started attending a Messianic Jewish congregation. I've noticed that my pastor and teachers wear a tallit during their service. Does this mean that they believe in rabbinical Judaism? And is that the version of Judaism that Jesus himself followed?
Ooh, interesting question.
Yes.
All right, panelists, any one of you want to tackle it first?
Well, you mentioned that, Messianic does not equal necessarily rabbinic. And yes, there is a lot of rabbinic teaching on when to wear the tallit, how to wear the tallit, how to put on the tallit, et cetera, et cetera. But the tallit itself is a culmination of scriptural principles, including the tzitzit and focusing on them to remember the commands that God has given us. And there are references in the Greek to Yeshua wearing a covering or a robe that was probably a tallit of what it looked like at that time. And the question for the first part of that, I guess, would be what the reason for the pastors or the rabbis to wear the tallit would be. And that I think you're going to have to ask them, because some wear it out of a commitment to rabbinic teachings, and some wear it out of a personal conviction to wear the tallit, and some wear it because they're trying to be culturally sensitive to the Jewish people who are there with them, who may themselves feel obligated to be taught by someone wearing a covering. But
Eric, I want to give you the next shot if you'd like it.
Yeah, I wear a tallit during our congregational services as well. And the reason why I wear the tallit is really because it's a reminder of what Yeshua has asked us to do, and that is to, if we love him, that we will follow his commandments. And the tallit and the tzitzits that hang from the tallit remind me that I am to follow his commandments. And so I wear it for that purpose, because I want to honor our Messiah, I want to honor the Lord, and it kind of is a remembrance of that commandment. And that's the purpose why I wear the tallit.
Pamela, you asked if it's rabbinic or biblical. Answer, yes. Numbers 15, verses 37 through 41, talk about wearing the prayer shawl. And also, we know in the Brit Hadashah, in the New Testament, that Yeshua himself wore a garment resembling very, very much, or let's just say the archetype of the prayer shawl that we wear today. Because if you know the story about the woman who had the emission of blood, it says that she reached for the hem of his garment. That was actually the predecessor of the tallit. And we know that this type of garment indeed was worn back then, because, and a lot of folks don't know this, when the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered in 1947 in the caves in Qumran, you know what also was discovered with them? A fragment of a tallit.